Hey, in this video I'm going to give you 3 tips to track your results better so that you know how you're doing, you know that you're making progress, and you know when to adjust. And at the end of this video I'm going to give you a little bonus, which is the biggest mistake most people make when it comes to tracking progress. So the first thing, the first tip, and the first tool that you should have in tracking your progress is a weighing scales. Now, I know it gets a lot of bad press where people are like, oh, you should be checking inches, body fat instead. But for most people, from where they're coming from, they're going to see changes on the scales more than anything else. And it's an easy way to track progress over time. The one thing with this is to not take any one measurement as a result. You need to be tracking at least 3 times a week to get an average so that you know that you're making progress or not. Ideally, you can take that every day, then at the end of the week, average that up and check what that is against the previous average of the previous week. The next thing, the next tool, is then a body fat percentage test. The easiest way to do this that I've found, and the most accurate compared to DEXA scan, which is kind of like the gold standard of body fat percentage, is the US Navy formula, which takes 3 measurements at the neck, the waist and height to give an accurate body fat percentage. And from this you can tell whether you're losing body fat, you're gaining muscle. In my experience, even beats calipers, which I used to use, where it takes 7 measurements around the body. And the third tip, the third thing to use is photos. So when you look at yourself in the mirror every day, you're not really going to see the change, and you're not going to see the change over time. You might have it when you meet someone after a few months and they'll notice the change. But one way to track things, and that helps in your whole journey, is photos. Things to look out for with this are to take the same photo from the same angle with the same lighting. Take it at night ideally, or in the dark room where you can change the lights and have them exactly the same way. If you bring the camera further away or closer, that's going to change the result. So you have to have it all set up exactly the same way it was done before. The best angles for photos are front, side and back that have a full picture of the whole body, wearing the same clothes each time. And for the bonus tip for making it to this part of the video is to start measuring now. The same mistake people make with training, where they're going, okay, I'm going to walk or I'm going to do something else before I start doing proper training, is waiting till that perfect moment happens. Same thing happens with the scales. They want to wait until that perfect time where they get everything right to step on it. But the best time to take measurements is now, because what might happen is you might be worse or better than you currently think you are. And then when you go to take the measurements in a few days, a few weeks, a few months, or whenever you're ready down the line, you might have actually made improvement and progress, but because you didn't check before, you don't know that. If you want to look at what is the training or nutrition that you should be doing for your unique goals and body, there's a link to a free quiz off this video. Click that. We'll chat in the next video.